Hello, my name is Brian Klingenpeel, and I'm the Community Outreach Coordinator for Roanoke County Fire and Rescue. Today, I'm here at our Cave Spring Fire Station, station number 3, and I've got a special guest with me today who has a good news story as well as a message for all of us. This is Frank Thompson. Frank walked into this station on June the 4th to seek treatment for chest pains. And I want Frank to tell us his story today, and as he does that, I think we're going to be reminded about some things that we've probably all heard before when it comes to chest pains, but I think Frank can really make those hit home for us today. So we're going to do that, and then Frank is also going to have a chance to be reunited with the paramedics who treated him that day. So Frank, tell us what happened on June the 4th.
Well, my story begins 4 days before June 4th on Sunday, May 31st, 2020. I was out doing some light yard work, and unbeknownst to me, I had a heart attack. Now, I had all the classic symptoms. I had the chest pain, I had the sweating profusely, the lightheadedness, had all of those symptoms, but I had no prior history of any heart-related issues. I had no symptoms. The night before I had cut my grass with no symptoms. So in my mind, and throw in a little male denial, it was anything other than a heart attack. It was, I'm experiencing these chest pains from a pinched nerve or something I was doing out in the yard.
Right.
So after a period of time, my wife, she found me. My wife, Mary Beth, she found me in distress. And she wanted to call 911 then. And many times she asked, I convinced her not to.
Right.
So 45 minutes into the start of it, the pain subsided, the symptoms subsided, but it left me very lethargic, weak, and obviously not feeling very well.
Right.
And this went on for 4 days.
Okay.
I did not seek treatment. I kept telling her this will pass. So those 4 days, I felt very lethargic, very weak, almost felt like I had the flu.
Right.
So luckily I woke up each and every day.
Right.
On that Thursday, I happened to be on the phone with a colleague of mine, Amy King.
Mm-hmm.
She's an IT director where I work.
Mm-hmm.
And as we were talking, she obviously noticed the weakness in my voice.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, Frank, what's the matter with you? What's going on? And I was like, well, I just feel like I'm in low gear and I'm, feel lethargic. And I said, I feel like I got the flu.
Right.
And then I, told her what happened Sunday. I told
Right.
her the symptoms that I was having. Well, then there was a pause, and Amy says, Frank, it sounds like you've had a heart attack.
Right.
And I was like, I didn't have a heart attack. That's not what this is. I've got the flu. And she goes, Frank, she was, pleading with me, call 911, get the rescue squad to your house.
Right.
And I'm like, I'm not calling a rescue squad. I mean, I'm just, I don't want to be the center of attention in my neighborhood,
Right.
keel over and pass away, but don't be the center of attention.
Yep.
So, yeah. So then she said, well, then go there.
Right.
Go there and let them assess you.
Right.
So I reluctantly agreed to go, and my wife and I got in the car and drove here, where Josh Long and Justin Ratliff and the team actually met me here at the bay doors.
Right.
And I told them my story.
Right.
So they said, well, let's hook you up and see what's going on. So they hooked me up, and within a few minutes to the EKG, and within a few minutes, I believe it was Josh who pulled the tape, and he looked at me and he goes, Mr. Thompson, it's my opinion that either you recently had a heart attack or you are still having a heart attack. And we suggest that you get to the hospital immediately. and we can take you and we can get you there quickly. So, I mean, if it wasn't for my mask, they would have seen my jaw probably hit the floor. It's the only thing holding my, because I was like, what is going on?
Right.
So I kissed my wife, Mary Beth, goodbye. They loaded me up in the ambulance, and lights and sirens, I went off to Carilion Road Memorial.
Right.
And then the whole time we were going, but Josh and Justin kept me very calm, kept me very comfortable the whole way there. They coded me as a heart patient.
Okay.
And they, by doing so, got me to bypass the ER, and Josh and Justin took me straight up to cath lab, where they inserted the cath, and what seemed like just a few minutes, there was a doctor beside my head saying, Mr. Thompson, we're telling you because you've got one coronary artery that's 100% blocked, and you got another one that looks like it's almost fully blocked, about 95%. And we're recommending for you to have open heart bypass surgery. And I just kind of went, what is going on?
Yeah.
So, a few minutes later, I'm on my way up to Carilion ICU, cardiac ICU, where I was in ICU and PCU for 9 days.
Okay.
I did have open heart double bypass surgery, and I am continuing to recover today.
You look great.
Thank you.
And
I feel good.
yeah.
Remarkably well, actually.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're doing wonderful. That is so good to hear. What is it you would like everyone else to know that could maybe help them out if they ever find themselves in a similar kind of situation?
Well, one, don't be foolish like I was. Don't wait. I know how lucky I am. I really do, because I waited so long. But don't wait, don't even hesitate. If you experience any unexplainable chest discomfort or pain, or even something that feels like severe indigestion right in the middle of your breastbone, which I had Sunday morning, and ignored it.
Right.
Please don't hesitate. Pick up the phone, call 911, get the rescue squad to your house. These guys know what they're doing, and it's best to get them there. It may not be anything, and that's great. They'll tell you so, but if it is something, they can provide you the life-saving treatment that you need and get you to where you need to be to save your life.
Right, absolutely.
But don't be foolish like I was. I'm your poster child for what not to do when you're having a heart attack.
Yes, but you're also a poster child for things worked out well.
And call 911. If not for yourself, do it for the ones that you love or the ones that love you, because if you don't, it just may cost you everything.
Yep. And we oftentimes tell people, that's what we're here for. So, don't be afraid to call us and to make that call.
Yes, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Yep. Frank, would you like to reunite with the paramedics who treated you that day?
Absolutely.
So we have here today Justin Ratcliffe and Josh Long, and I'm sure you might have some things you would like to say to them today.
I do. It's not every day you get to, thank the folks that contributed to your second chance in life, and I can't thank you both enough for giving me that chance. And the one thing I want you all to take away is don't ever think that what you do is not important and doesn't make a difference, because I'm living proof that it does. So on behalf of my family, I thank you both very much. Thank you.
Glad to see you doing better.
Thank you. Thank you.
Josh, do you have anything you'd like to add about just what some of our viewers maybe need to keep in mind when it comes to chest pains and how important that is, and maybe any tips that we could give them?
Yeah, so anytime you have chest pain or shortness of breath, male's left arm pain, female's back pain, take it serious. Call earlier rather than later. If I remember right, Frank, I think you waited 2 days.
4 days.
So, the earlier you call, the earlier you get treated. So that's really the main thing.
Okay. Thank you both for what you do.
Thank you for everything you do.
If you'd like more information on any of these tips that we've given you today, you can call me directly at 777-8718, or you can find us on the web at roanokecountyva.gov/firerescue.